Hello everyone, welcome back to Japan's Financial Solutions channel. And today I'm so excited. We have started a new series called Pick Up My Brain Session. And I'm privileged today to have Sylvester with me. He'll be the one starting off this series and he'll be the one picking up my brains. Sylvester, please be nice to me, okay? Don't hash me a lot. And let's get into it.
So Jenna, help me out. I earn 150,000 shillings a month and I still have no savings. How is that even possible?
You're not alone. So many of us, so many Kenyans, so many people with good salaries feel stuck. And today we are going to unpack exactly why and how to turn it around. On the comment lifestyle if you've ever upgraded your phone before your savings. Sylvester, have you ever upgraded your phone before savings?
I'm planning to.
Please don't, because that is now why you feel sometimes you're stuck.
Okay, so for my first question,
Okay.
I earn 150k a month, as I've said, but have no savings now. How is that even humanly possible, or how is that possible?
Well, it's because income doesn't build wealth, discipline does. Most people increase their spending every time their salary increases. You've built a lifestyle around your income instead of building assets. So that's the reason why you feel like you earn a lot, but you got no savings.
Okay, so my second question. Everyone says live below your means, but how exactly does that mean? Or how exactly do I do that?
Yes, we have people sometimes live below their means, within their means, or above their means. And the most recommended one is live below your means, because living below your means, that's how you will attain your financial freedom. Start with this formula: save or invest around 20% and spend around 50% on needs and 30% on wants. That's the rule that I'm using. 50% on save or invest, 50%, sorry for that. 20% on save or invest, 50% on your needs, and 30% on your wants. That means if you earn like yourself 150,000, your lifestyle should look like you earn 90,000. That's living below your means, basically.
Oh, okay. So, and what's the biggest money leak for for Kenyan professionals or for a Kenyan professional right now?
Your biggest money leak, and for most of the professionals, is lifestyle creep. From Ubering everywhere, impulse, takeaway Fridays, endless Wi-Fi and DSTV bundles. I'm not saying those things are bad. They are wants, but that is lifestyle creep. Weekend branches, they don't look big on their own, but over time they start eating up your entire paycheck. So it's time for you to start limiting on that. And like I said, you remember the 30% on wants? If you don't have anywhere you can squeeze your money, that's where you can get that extra income, so that at least you can start saving and investing to continue building up your assets.
So, nikate sherehe.
Yes,
Okay.
kidogo too.
So,
Yeah.
should I be tracking every shilling? That kind of sounds exhausting. It sounds exhausting a lot.
I know most people get exhausted with budgeting, but not every shilling, but every category. Now that's where it goes wrong. People think like when we keep on saying track every shilling, we don't like mean every coin. That one can be exhausting for sure. That like you have said, but what I mean is every category. Use a budgeting app. Like I have designed a simple budgeting app, a tool that is very simple to use, that you can be able to track all your spendings and you can be able to see how your budgeting looks like. Or you can even do a simple notebook. In case you're wondering, my budgeting app goes for 500 Kenya shillings. And so when you get it, it's an Excel budgeting tool and it's very simple and easy to use.
Okay.
If you can track what you spend in just even 5 areas, and the areas can be housing, your food, the groceries, your supermarket shopping, then your transport, entertainment, and savings, you'll be way, way much ahead.
Yes, I think I'll consider that's true, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So how do I say no to family and friends asking for money? You know the guilt trap, the way they guilt trap you. So how do I say no? How?
Yeah, so that one happens a lot, and so many of us are really affected with black tax. I'll do a separate video and we will be real and talk about black tax because it really affects most of us. So this is to answer your question, say this: I'm working on my financial goals. When someone asks or your family member asks for money, show them like even you don't have that way extra to give them because you're working towards your financial goals right now. Let me share with you what I'm doing currently, and that one you can try to show them that you're not saying no. Or with that grace, it's not even like being selfish, it's just being smart. Help them help themselves. Sometimes there is a formula I used to use. I had a cousin who used, and it's okay, who used to borrow me money. And so what I used to do, I would tell them, hi, so I won't mention the names because after this I'll get gunshot. And if they borrow me like 2,000 shillings, I will give them 50% of that. So that next time they will never borrow more than 1,000. They will borrow like 10 now. See, they know I can get to 1,000. We continue. They borrowed me 1,000. I give them 500. We continued until we got to 200 Kenya shillings. I'm telling you. And so they stopped. And these days I don't have like a to explain or anything. And sometimes there are some people I just tell them no. The next month is coming, school fees needs to be sorted out. So currently I'm a bit squeezed. So it's okay to say no to them.
Okay.
Or if you cannot say no to them, try and find a way that you can be able to help them to enable them help themselves.
Okay. So is it true that saving alone won't make me rich? Because kutoka kitambo, that's what we've been told: save, and you'll become a billionaire. So is it true that saving alone won't make you rich?
Yes, saving protects money, but investment multiplies it. Inflation will be eating all your savings. When you save, you're just putting your money in the bank or wherever you're putting. Inflation keeps on creeping in and it's eating your money daily. But investing, that's where your money keeps on multiplying. You don't need to put your money in other places. You just need to keep putting your money in places with that are growing. Places like maybe you can do mutual funds, you can do unit trust, you can do bonds, you can do circles. You can even be bold and start a business, and that's a good asset to start as long as you know your risk profile. That's the biggest thing, but don't just save. Saving helps you to gather something for investing. Okay.
Okay. So what's the first investment I should make with my salary?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to answer that because before I tell someone where you need to invest your money, I have to look at your finances. And that is why, like when I meet a client and they just tell me, Jane, I have this amount of money, maybe I have 1,000,000 Kenya shillings, I have 500, I have 100. Where would you advise me to put that money? I tell them I cannot advise you on where to start putting your money because I need to first understand your finances. I need to look at your expenses. I need to look at your debt. I need to look at where your money is going. If I give you, whenever someone comes for a coaching session, there's a financial snapshot that I give someone to go as an assignment, fill in, and then you give it back to me maybe 24 hours prior to our meeting so that I can be able to see exactly your financial picture, how it looks. And from there, I can be able to advise you. Now we sit down with you, we do financial goal setting, we look at where you would want your money to be channeled, and that's now where we will now end up, or rather I will end up to show you where you can start investing and also to show you how you can start investing. So, but for a basic beginning, and if you don't have anywhere you can start beginning, start with a money market fund account so that you can start accumulating, and it has a low risk and it's very accessible and it earns at least better returns than just keeping your money in the bank account.
Oh, okay. So how much emergency fund is enough in this economy? Okay, I won't name the government, but how much emergency fund is enough in this economy with this government that we're in currently?
Well, enough emergency fund will maybe, what you can do is go sit down with yourself, look at your total expenses in a month. That expense number that you get, if you spend around 100,000 Kenya shillings every month, multiply it by 3. So between 3 to 6 months, so multiply that number by 3 or 6. That's how much of an emergency fund you need over time. And like I always say, when it comes to emergency fund, people go wrong with it because they want to just save immediately in that fund to be in full capacity. But no, make your emergency fund as a medium-term goal so that you don't feel so much stretched in terms of investing or saving for it. At least, but if you do that, make that emergency fund to last for almost 1 year.
Okay, but what if I'm already in deep debt and I'm already in deep debt? Where do I start?
The question will be, is it a good debt or a bad debt? Or if you're just so stuck in that debt. If it's a good debt, you're doing really good because it means you use that debt to acquire an asset, or you use that debt to start a business that keeps bringing in your passive income. But if it's a bad debt, well, that's where now we need to work on. But start organizing all your debts. List them from smallest to the largest. Start paying off with the smallest. That's a method that we call snowballing. Then meanwhile, start cutting off your expenses and avoid getting a new debt. It's tough, but it's possible. You remember the 30% I was telling you about?
Yeah.
That's where you start limiting and reducing so that the amount of money that you get, now you start channeling it towards your debt payment.
Okay. So just give me one habit that can change give me one habit today that can change and give me around 50K a month. That will be giving me around 50K a month.
Well, one habit that can change you today to start giving me 50,000. Well, the first habit that I would advise is start automating your savings and cancel all temptations. What do I mean by that? See, most of us, the mistake that we go wrong is we really want to save. But the moment your money hits in your account, you remove your check and you spend. Instead of that, remember when I said like 20% to go to your investment or savings account, automate. And how do you automate? Set up a standing order from your bank to go directly to your investment or savings account. Then unfollow all, if you have the shopping pages, unfollow them. If you have those delivery apps for food and all that, answer for unfollow. Start cooking from home and carrying food, Trust me, that one simple mistake of reducing your ones and unsubscribing to all those can save you from 50 to 30,000 every month. But the point here is start automating when it comes to your savings or in your investments directly in ISO accounts.
Wow, I feel like I've already gone through financial therapy more than a medical therapy. Yeah?
It's because your salary isn't the problem, your habits are. And the good news is habits can change.
So comment lifestyle below if these has hit home, and subscribe for more real money talk that actually works.
And if you're ready to start, book a one-on-one session with me. Link is on the description. Thank you so much.